This took place around the time those clowns were making headlines across the country. I lived in Kentucky, where the clown group was supposed to be, or a clown group. It all started at night when I was lying in bed, chatting with my friends on Uvu. We were talking about the creepy clown incidents, and how all this crap was probably fake. It was either set up and planned, or it was just people trying to get attention, not actually dangerous. Then another friend tuned in and informed us that cops were just at their local Walmart, about 3 minutes away from my house. He said that there was a clown there, that he had a weapon and was firing at people. I didn't believe him. The next morning, I woke up and I saw the news. Someone actually had gone down to the local Walmart and shot the place up. As I kept watching, apparently, and this is the creepy thing, he was found wearing a clown costume. My mom told me not to worry about it, that it was all fake news, that they were probably blowing out of proportion, and it was nothing more than a kid trying to scare people in a clown costume. If he did have a weapon, it was probably a plastic and realistic looking one, but that wouldn't be as shocking to put on the news. I wasn't sure what to think about that. I went to school and met up with my friends, and while we were there, we ended up talking about what had happened, and we all had chills. The school day went on normally, until fourth period. Fourth period was my favorite class, because it was with Kobe and Jack. All of us were talking about the clowns. Then our teacher caught us and told us to stop talking about it, because we could incite a panic, according to him. Even after the bell rang and we tried to go to the next class, the teacher pulled us aside and told us that we shouldn't be talking about things like that we didn't know what we were talking about. It was weird how freaked out he was just for us mentioning it. Anyway, we moved on to our next classes as usual. It was in one of these classes that I received a text from my friend Jack. It read, "Come to the bathroom. We need to talk about something." I asked my teacher if I could use the bathroom, and he approved. I met Jack there. He looked stunned. He said he got a text from one of his close friends at another middle school about 5 minutes away. He showed it to me. "Dude, we're on full lockdown," it said. "People saw clowns in the schoolyard." Just then, as we were reading this freaky text, the intercom came to life, stating that we were now on lockdown. Me and Jack looked at each other, horrified. Immediately, we sprinted to the nearest classroom. The hallways were empty, and the classroom doors were locked. We put our faces to the window and screamed and pounded on the door. Luckily, the teacher saw us as she was situating the kids in the back of the class away from the windows. We had definitely scared them, but she unlocked the door and let us in. We went to the back of the class with everyone else, and we tried to take our mind off of things. Most of us were on our phones playing games or something. Others were panicking and asking the teacher loads of questions. That's when she confirmed that the other school was in fact on lockdown as well. This was real. Psychos were invading our schools. We waited there in silence and fear for what felt like eternity. But soon and suddenly, we began hearing screaming coming from outside the classroom door. Then there was another stranger sound, like a squeak from a squeaky toy. The doorknob to the classroom began to jiggle, and then it stopped, as if whoever was outside had given up. About 15 minutes later, we were escorted out of the school by cops fully armed. Waiting on us were some extremely worried and many tearful parents. I never figured out who or what was outside the door, and I can only assume it was one of those creepy, psychotic people in a clown costume. Weeks later, police found an Instagram page with pictures of my school from the date of the lockdown. This had apparently been planned by a group of people. No one had been hurt, but the fact that they wanted to get in the classroom meant that they were looking for students, and what they were going to do with them if they did find them, I have no idea. But it couldn't have been anything good.